What's going on, all my loyal Dragonites out in the Dragon Den? King of Dragons 5000 is back with another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Two-Face as Batman from Batman Reborn. So here we have Two-Face as Batman posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories. Two-Face does come with an array of hands which all look really nice. I do like the fact that we got all these separate hands. Other than that, Two-Face doesn't come with any other accessories, so with that out of the way, let's run through his details. For those of you who don't know, this is Two-Face dressed as Batman from Batman Reborn when Dick Grayson takes over the mantle of Batman. Though only seen as an illusion and on the cover of Batman Reborn, I still like what McFarlane did with this figure. The head sculpt is done really nicely. It does a really good job conveying the two faces under the Batman cowl. On the right side of his face we do have a more standard Batman cowl done in red. And on the left side we have a more scarred up version of Batman's cowl with a very exposed eyeball. His ears do come to a very classic looking Batman mask, which I really do like, and they did a really good job capturing that look here. Taking a look at his body, Two-Face is utilizing the Batman Hush torso, which does look really good on this figure. It is a body we have seen before, and it's still a really good Batman base, and they did a really good job conveying it into Two-Face. The black side of his costume is painted very cleanly, and there is some blue shading in it. However, on the red side, it's just the red plastic, and there's no shading on this side. The insignia on his chest is dual colored, and it does look good on this figure. As far as his arms go, it's a standard Hush Batman body, so there's really nothing different from the last time we took a look at this figure. One small little detail is in his open hand, Two-Face does have the coin. A nice little detail I really do like, and I do like the fact that they did texture all the gloves this time. Just like with the rest of his outfit, duality is a theme here as we see a dual colored utility belt. The blacks and the red look very good, and they do a really good job contrasting the suit itself. A small little detail is that this is from the comic. It's not the comic book cover of Two-Face as Batman, it's the actual image of Two-Face when he was seen in the comic book. You can tell this is from the comic book and not the comic cover, because on the comic cover, Two-Face had a red right leg. This figure is sporting a black right leg, which is pretty accurate to what we saw in Batman Reborn. I'm not gonna lie, the color scheme on his legs is really lacking, as it's just red and black plastic from the hip all the way down to his feet. I do like the fact that the boots are a little bit glossy compared to the rest of the outfit, but I would have liked to see alternating colors here on his boots. Taking a look at his cape, just like with the rest of his outfit, it is dual colored, where we have one side red and one side black. And because he reuses the Hush body sculpt, he uses the exact same cape as well. So it is something we've had a look at before. The only real new parts to this figure is his head and the new left hand with the coin in it. So with his details out of the way, let's get Two-Face compared to our usual suspects. Here we have Two-Face posed next to Marvel Legends, Cyclops, and DC Multiverse Superman. Mattel's WWE Elite Series and Mezco's 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. The Lightning Collection White Ranger and the Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And finally we have Two-Face posed next to the Hush Batman. Standing them side by side, you can tell Two-Face utilizes the exact same body. So with his comparisons out of the way, let's actually run through Two-Face's articulation. Two-Face has a ball joint in the neck, ball sockets in his shoulders, arms go out to the side and do a full 360. He has bicep swivel and double hinged elbows, ball hinges in his wrist, ball joints in his upper torso and in his lower torso. Legs kick forward, kick back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. He has double bend in his knee, ball hinge in his ankle, and finally a toe hinge. Pretty standard by what we've come to expect from McFarlane. Overall, if you have the Hush Batman, you pretty much know what to expect with this figure. So with everything said and done, let's get Two-Face posed for my final thoughts. As a figure that comes from a comic book and a single panel of the comics, I think McFarlane's done a really good job with this figure. However, it is rather unfortunate that McFarlane's first attempt at giving us Two-Face is another Batman variant. With such a rich history in the comic books, there's so many inspirations to draw from, it's kinda strange that we got a Two-Face dressed as Batman before we got an actual suit Two-Face. Do not get me wrong, I love Batman as much as the next person, but I would have loved to see just a regular suited Two-Face. The head sculpt is one of the shining points to this figure, as well as the coin in the hand, but other than that, it's your standard Hush Batman body. And unless you were a fan of Batman Reborn, I really don't see a lot of people picking this figure up. This is not a must-have figure unless you're a die-hard Batman collector, so get this figure on clearance or absolutely pass on this guy, because he's really not going to be your cup of tea if you wanted a Two-Face with a suit. With that being said, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other McFarlane Multiverse videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, and other figures I pick up, and ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my fellow Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.